just a little introduction about myself. So my name is Thomas Yu from KN3 Network. And today, you might say the topic has been changing a little bit because after coming to the SmartCon, I found everybody here building a bigger vision. So we're trying to solving a little bit larger, tiny problem. How do we build a smart contract even smarter? And also, what is KN3 Network? We are a trustless DataFi solution, which a series of the tool on top of the multi-chain and empowered by Oracle. All right. Let's just start with the future vision of future smart contract. So what's the Web3 innovation will go in the future? So in the next circle, we believe that Web3 innovation should be led by DApps, which is more fancy applications. But we all know that fancy applications should be empowered by more advanced business logic and also production level use case. So we cannot use some singleton or very simple functionalities to empower like a social recommendation system and user discovery things. So I just list some of the challenges we're facing in a smart contract today. One of the challenges we're facing is the data availability, right? So in a smart contract, you can not purely using or on-chain access to 100 blocks away from you so we just call it the short side of the smart contract. So we have to rely on the tool like Alchemy, Infura, and other tools. And also, we have the very limited data accessibility. That's why Chainlink is so important, but still, right now, we can only query some simple data schemas like APIs and some customizable data structure. Missed one more. Okay, anyway, so this reminded me a very interesting concept came out 2021 from Chainlink. It's called hybrid smart contract. So it's giving you the vision. Probably we can extend in the on-chain settlement capability of a smart contract all the way to the off-chain, which means trustless off-chain, to empower our computation and the data processing capability. This is very important because nowadays our smart contract is kind of like too dumb, right, to do things. All right, yeah. Okay, so the order has been changed. So data processing is also very important, right? So how do we, improve it, right? So here come introduce the trustless DataFi tool stack for DApps on future smart contract, which is KN3 solution. So first, we did a very tedious backend work, which is aggregating user behavior data and identities and social graphs, you name it. Every user-centric data we crowded from the multi-chains and also bridging all the way to Web2, like Twitter, Discord, Snapchat, and collect into a very large data warehouse. But we don't stop from that. We start to building some useful and versatile DataFi product for the DApp-friendly or algorithm-friendly. So first product we roll out in this April is called GraphX, which is a graph-based database on multi-blockchain. So that right now we have a very large graph-based search engine building on top of it. I can show you guys later. And also, the second product we roll out is mainly, so it's called the multi-chain user behavior witness service. In order to empower those on-chain reputation campaign tools to track people's on-chain behaviors. Let's say if you are, staking in a certain DeFi, or are you interacting with GameFi or something else? So this is a very simple feature, but very important to those applications. So we just protocolize it and make it as a ready-to-use DataFi product. All right. So, but today, since we're in the venue of Chainlink, so we also have the third product rollout, which is a prototype. That's how we empower smart contract to access multi-chain identity-centric data from off-chain all the way to on-chain, right? So just a little bit introduce about the goal, right? The goal is very simple. We have multi-chain user behavior data, and we already have it in the off-chain. But how do we allow smart contract to interact with it directly? As you guys can see in the demo data, so those are the live data I just clipped it yesterday. And we have a basic profile information, and then we have a social status from like Lens, CyberConnect, or others. And also we have assets and the DeFi type of data is collected from the DeFi and the liquidity mining stuff. And also we have governance. This is very important in the Web3 too. So the purpose is sending those data into the Polygon. How do we do that? Okay, so looks are very simple, right? So since we have the aggregation, and also we already have the query to convert it, we have the functionality convert it into the user-centric data sequence. So we put it into the tree key structure. And on that way, we can use Chainlink external adapter to, and the Chainlink Oracle to send it all the way to the Polygon. So let's see what we can see here. I'm just skip that, but I will show you guys how that exactly happened per steps. First step, we need to have orchestration tools to trigger the data syncing events, which we are using the Chainlink Keeper as the orchestration tool. And then, as you guys can see, we have the separate jobs for each of the subset of the user data. This allows, in the future, if we have some computation-intensive job, we can operate them, execute them separately. And then after trigger, the Chainlink Oracle start work, right? So do all the decoding and fetching and parsing and coding, and then all the way generating hashing and sending data into the smart contract. So as you guys can see, the job is executing sequentially. And then you can open the Polygon scan here. I just show you guys how it looks like in the Polygon scan. All right, so as you can see, in a function, you can just input any of the address and the query, let's see, the assets and the DeFi data. And also, if you are interested in, let's see, governance, this is one of my favorite part, right? Because the rest of the part we had in the Web 2, but Web 3, we need self-governing, so this is very important. Right? You can query in the user-centric data. And this data is syncing periodically right now in the daily manner. Also, we want to introduce one of the partner called Dev3. The reason I put it into the demo because you might ask, okay, how do I build a smart contract interact with KN3's profile vote smart contract? That's simple. You don't have to code, right? Go to the Dev3 and opening, so register account. And then, by the way, what is Dev3? Dev3 is a low-code development tool, help you create and deploy your smart contract with very limited code. So you just click deploy, and then you will see a lot of templates here, right? So all the way down, you will see a name called KN3 profile client, right? So you just click create, and then you just type a name, probably like SmartCon demo, and then you'll be asked to input a link token address because, as I said, this is a preset template, so you have to decide which blockchain are you looking for right now, and since it's interactive with the Oracle, so you have to pay the link token. So I just say, okay, link on the Polygon. And bam, you click it. Why is error? Because I already deployed it. So I just show you how it looks like. But it's generally, it takes like 5 or 10 seconds to launch your smart contract. So it will be something looks like this. So I just deployed this in the morning. And you see, the entire deployment experience, isn't it similar to you are using are launching an instance on the AWS or Google Cloud, right? This is what we want. Has the Web 2 development experience, but is running fully on the Web 3 kernel. This is why we engaged with Chainlink. This is one of the reasons too. All right, so back to the main demo. What we can do on top of this, right? So first, as you can see, the prototype is very straightforward. But in the future, we want this data processing pipeline being very variable, right? So we can use ZK to compress the data and sending not only the raw data, I mean the outcome of the raw data, but also the proof onto the blockchain. So in future, if you have a large chunk of data, you don't want to take over the blockchain. So you can compress and using the ZK proof as an indexation and all the way link back to IPFS or Rwave. And also, right now, the jobs is still like manually created. In future, we will have a registration panels that every smart contract developer can register it here, and you can use Chainlink Keeper on the back end to orchestrating your jobs. And you do not need to hack keepers and oracles at all. On the panel, everything will be seamlessly fulfilled. And also, on top of that, what we actually want you to build is how to monetize those multi-chain data. So use your imagination and building a data monetization layer for the on-demand data consuming. That's our purpose. So in future, we hope most of the code of the DeFi, at least the important settlement code, will be implemented on the smart contract, because that's next generation Web3 application should look like. All right. So it's a shilling time, right? So let's shilling about Chainlink, right? The reason we use Chainlink, owns the largest Oracle network. That's first thing, but also highly customizable. So now we can integrating, now you can soon you are allowed to use SQL to query directly from the smart contract. But also, we have the graph-based graph API that you can use on the smart contract. And other things you can name it and just put into external adapter. Yeah, and also widely adopted coverage on the different blockchains and the VM. This is why we like Chainlink too. Also, let's share into another partner called TiDB, right? It's a leading cloud-native scalable database solution. And it's analytically ready right after transaction happened. So that allows you to build interactive apps, right? And also, it's very important. One of the key reasons we selected TiDB, it's rich SQL support, which means you can use it for analytical purpose, but also same time, you can use it for the transactional purpose. So that gives you a very good handle on the time sequencing. All right, so we already have the very big vision of the smart contract. So what's the vision of KN3 network on the DataFi stack? So we want to bring a Google Cloud type of the development experience all the way from Web 2 to Web 3. And also, we want to bring the data processing capability from AWS and cloud and TiDB all the way to smart contract. That's very important. And also, another thing we have to always defend for is fusion Web 2 and Web 3 is not talking about compromise. We cannot compromise the Web 3 kernel, which is we have to running on the trustless manner, which means we have to provide verifiable data as a service and a very versatile option for you to develop a different use case. And also, I don't know if you guys can see it, all-in-one integration experience, like click and building your instance, bam, your application is running on the blockchain, but it's very simple. All right. So we got a minute. Oh, that's great. So let's show you guys a brand new product we just launched last week. So it's a search engine, graph-based search engine. Just type in my name. All right. So I'll just click something more. Put in anything, like part of my name. And you will see, so if any of the NFTs collected is containing this number, those characters, you will see it listed here, and a token name, and ENS, but I just put in my name here. Come on. All right. Here we go. Yeah, it's a little bit mess. It's graph. So here's me. All right, here's me. I just zoom in. All right. And if you guys can see, there are a lot of options that you can dive into yourself. So I just, again, see my governance. And then you can dive in another one and check the social status. Yeah, so marshmesh.kn3.xyz. Just go to here and see what you can find about yourself on the Web3. Thank you very much, everyone.